The world of hip-hop and celebrity drama has never been short on jaw-dropping stories, but nothing quite compares to what's unfolding around Sean Diddy Combs. Over the years, he's been known for throwing wild parties, launching careers, and being one of the biggest figures in the music industry. But right now, his name is being dragged through a storm of controversy that's pulling in celebrities, rappers, and even athletes who were once regulars at his lavish gatherings. The trial against Diddy has officially entered its second week, and what's already come out is enough to leave people speechless. And if you think it's just about rumors, think again. There's testimony, there are pictures, and there are names. Cassie, Diddy's longtime ex-girlfriend, took the stand last week and didn't hold back. She gave detailed accounts of what went on behind closed doors. It wasn't just about their relationship. What she revealed painted a disturbing picture of what she called freakoffs, which involved hiring prostitutes and hosting wild, often dangerous parties. And it's not just her words backing. There are photos surfacing, images of the women allegedly involved, showing the faces behind those wild nights that many are now being forced to take a closer look at. But that's not where it stops. Kid Cudi, a name no one expected to show up in this mess, is now reportedly preparing to testify against Diddy as well. According to Cassie, her relationship with Cudi ended because being around her was simply too dangerous for him. She claims Diddy even went as far as blowing up Cudi's car. That's not just petty or toxic, that's straight up criminal. And now everyone who's ever rubbed shoulders with Diddy is either keeping quiet or shaking in their designer boots. What makes all of this even crazier is that people are now rewatching past interviews and spotting things they once overlooked. One interview in particular is now going viral again, Diddy's appearance on Drink Champs. If you've seen the clip, you know exactly which one. It's the one where Diddy is acting in a way many people found extremely strange. He kept repeating phrases like, "I like when you like this, daddy, and I like when you're scrambling and scraping." 50 Cent posted the clip again on social media and had a field day with it, using it as more proof that something's always been off. Sin hasn't just been watching from the sidelines. He's been calling out everyone, Nore, Fabulous, JadaKiss, for laughing along or staying silent during that interview instead of calling Diddy out. He pointed out how back then, people thought he was just being a hater for calling Diddy a fruit pop. But now, with all that's come to light, it seems like 50 may have been ahead of the curve. Even though it looked like everyone was going along with Diddy in the interview, 50 says you can clearly see that Fab and JadaKiss were uncomfortable, probably realizing things were getting weird, but unsure how to respond. After that clip went viral, people dug up another interview, Diddy on The Breakfast Club, where Charlamagne asked him about his behavior during the Drink Champs appearance. Diddy tried to brush it off, saying he had just come from partying in Miami and didn't really remember what he said. But Charlamagne didn't let it slide that easily. He played the clip again, and you could see Diddy squirming a bit as he tried to laugh it off and say people were overreacting. He even tried to explain his odd behavior by saying he grew up in Harlem where people play the pause game, basically trying to say that saying weird stuff was just a joke and not meant to be taken seriously. He also said he's not homophobic and doesn't care how it looked, trying to play it cool. But the more he talked, the more it sounded like damage control. And when Charlamagne brought up how 50 Cent once said Diddy had asked him to go shopping, Diddy said he thought 50 needed new clothes. Just like that. Trying to make it sound like he was just being generous. Still, when asked directly why he thought 50 didn't like him, Diddy gave an answer that left people scratching their heads. He said, 50 loves me. Not once, not twice, but multiple times. It was strange. Like he was trying to convince everyone, or maybe even himself, that there was no beef. He didn't say anything bad about 50, but the way he spoke made it clear that whatever happened between them wasn't just over nothing. All of this starts to make more sense when you realize just how many people used to hang around Diddy, but are now ghosting the public. French Montana, who was once inseparable from him, hasn't said a word. Kevin Hart, who used to pop up at all his events, is quiet. Ashton Kutcher, Jamie Foxx, silent. These were the guys who used to brag about getting invited to Diddy's parties. Now they're acting like they were never there. The internet isn't letting that slide either. People want answers. If these parties were as wild and dark as Cassie described, what did all these celebrities see? What did they do? What did they ignore? The pressure is building not just for Diddy, but for everyone who was once in his circle. The public wants receipts. They want stories. And with each passing day of the trial, it feels like more cracks are showing. No one's laughing anymore. Those old interviews that seemed quirky or odd now look suspicious. Those party pictures that used to scream luxury now seem like red flags. The silence from people once proud to be in his inner circle is getting louder than any confession. Fans are taking to the internet, demanding transparency. If Diddy is guilty of half the things he's been accused of, then people who turned a blind eye or worse took part need to be held accountable too. This isn't just some celebrity gossip. It's a dark look behind the curtain of fame. Behind the champagne, the red carpets, and the VIP sections was something much more dangerous and disturbing. And the scariest part? This might just be the beginning. Cassie's testimony was just the first domino. If Kid Cudi actually testifies and confirms his car was blown up, that's a game changer. That takes this case from wild rumors and shocking claims to real, undeniable criminal behavior. Once that happens, it's only a matter of time before others come forward. Because if someone like Cudi, with his own successful career and fan base, is brave enough to speak up, it might inspire others who've stayed quiet to finally tell the truth. For now, all eyes are on Diddy and everyone who's ever been around him. Every video, every photo, every interview is being rewatched with a different lens. And people are no longer brushing off the weird comments or the uncomfortable moments. They're asking questions, they're connecting the dots, and they're waiting to see who will speak up next. This is no longer just about one man and his secrets. This is about a culture of silence and how far people will go to protect power and fame. The truth has a way of rising to the surface, no matter how deep it's buried. And it looks like that truth is finally bubbling up. Whether Diddy likes it or not, the world is watching and listening.